I'm going to show you how to decorate madeleines and turn them into super cute pandaleines. And to celebrate the occasion, I am wearing my panda jumper. All the ingredients you're going to need are here. So icing sugar, some black food dye, and some lemons for the lemon juice, or you can use orange juice or any other citrus fruit. Plus, of course, your madeleines. And if you want to see how to make these yummy madeleines first, then have a look at my other video on how to do it. So I've just weighed out 200 grams of icing sugar straight into the bowl, and then I'm going to squeeze in my lemon juice. So with the lemon juice, I'm going to aim to go for about like 40 grams, and then I'm going to whisk it and then adjust from there and see if it needs more icing sugar or lemon juice, just to get the right consistency to dip the madeleines into. Whisk it all. Okay, so I think that icing is a bit too runny, so I'm just going to add some more icing sugar to thicken it up. A bit more icing sugar. So I think this consistency is looking about right, and how I can tell is that when you mix it and lift it, when you get it down to like a little ribbon, it sort of holds its shape there for a second, just for a moment, and then it disappears. So it's not disappearing like straight away like it was before. But the best way to check it is just to use a spare madeleine. So if the icing is too thick, then it's going to be really hard to get a straight edge on top, and it's going to suck your madeleine in there. And if it's too thin, then the icing will run off too quickly and look a little bit too transparent, so you need to get a balance of both. So once you have the right consistency, I like to put it into like a smaller, narrower cup, just because that's easier for dipping, so your icing's going to have a little bit more height. So this is perfect because my madeleine fits just inside the cup. So just rummage around your kitchen to find the perfect cup. Oh, and I nearly forgot, but just a little trick that you can do is add a little bit of white food dye to your icing, and then that makes it a little bit more opaque rather than transparent. But really that isn't necessary, and the ones in my book I didn't add any white food dye to, so don't worry about it. Now you're ready to dip. Dunk it straight in. Give it a wiggle, just making sure that line on top is as straight as you can possibly get it. Then lift it out, and when you lift it, just wiggle off all that excess icing. And then give it a wipe on the side, because you're just going to get loads of icing accumulating on the bottom, which is just going to drip off. And there you have your beginnings of your panda. And then just put it on a wire rack, and I put some like baking paper underneath, and that's just to catch any drips, so you don't have to wipe it off your table, you just put the baking paper in the bin. So now these are all dipped, I'm just doing 5, but you can do much more to create a bigger family of pandaleines. Mine is going to be a family of 5. So I'm just going to leave these to completely set, so at least like 15 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and add their faces, which is a very exciting bit. That is when they transform. So whilst they're setting, you're just going to create the black icing so that you can pipe on their faces later. All you're going to do is add your black food dye to the icing that you've used to dip them. Give it a stir. And then you're going to add a bit more icing sugar, and that's just to add a little bit more thickness so that you can pipe it. So just stir that all in, and put your piping bag over a cup and scoop in some of that black icing. Okay, at the top. And that is all ready to go to transform these into pandas once the icing has set. Cup of tea. Okay, so now these are all set. So just cut the tip of your piping bag. Hello, Bob. Sweet. Making pandas, not cats. So pipe the faces just like they are in my book, and I'll show you how to do it step by step. So just start by piping on the ears, and I'm doing this backwards for your benefit. Pipe on the other ear, and then the eyes. So little droopy kind of panda eyes. And it doesn't matter too much if this isn't symmetrical, because every panda face has some asymmetry in it. And then pipe a little nose. And then you can leave it like that, or you can pipe on a little mouth. And a little trick for this, just to get the finer details, is I put this piping bag into another one, and then I cut an even smaller tip, like a teeny tiny one. Okay, and then just use this to pipe on the mouth. Another trick you can do if you're not confident piping on the little mouth is use an edible pen. Easy! And now just do all of them. So here they are, super cute, easy, delicious Pandaleines. So if you could please like and subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing, and we could populate the world with lots of Pandaleines. And have a look at my other video, which is all about how to make the perfect madeleine with no overnight fridge rest or anything like that, and you'll get a nice hump. Sorry, Panda. Off to eat.